It's Tyler here at the Kalahari Middle School event, checking with 7899C Rollin Robots coming in from California. We're filming right at the end of the quals, currently number 2 and looking absolutely phenomenal. Just watched their last match. They might be one of the fastest robots that I have seen here in Over Under. Take a look at the robot. We're going to be doing that full systems overview on it. Their slapper absolutely slaps. It is so quick on there, so can't wait to talk about that. You know I love super wide intakes, going through the drive config, and a cool hang. Let's learn more about them coming up here on Pits and Parts. This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you and also in partnership with the following. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit RECF.org and get connected. Ethan, we're going to go bottom to the top here. Talk to me about the 6-motor drive you're doing. Like I said, I watched you in the field. You are zipping across, almost too fast to a certain extent. But talk to me more about the drive config. Anything else you want to jump into on it?
So the 6-motor drive uses blue motors, which are the fastest motors that we have. Secondly, we have a 3-to-6 gear ratio, which makes it even faster
in the Zanzibar Division
and stronger.
So can we tip it up and kind of walk me through what's going on in this?
Right, so the 6-motor drive is very strong and it can allow us to push other robots around in defense and get past other robots when we're playing offense.
Yeah, and I noticed you're able to negotiate that middle bump so well too. Like, you're so quick on the field. Yeah, look at the gearing on this as well. No wonder why you're going so quick on the field for that. Was that a very big objective for you when you're looking at this year's game, that you wanted to be one of the fastest robots out there?
Yes, we specifically made the robot so it could be very fast and navigate the field very well. In fact, it's also smaller than many other robots here, so it can fit in very tight spaces.
Daniel, let's talk about the intake on your robot here as we put it back down. Like I said, I love super wide intakes. You guys have a lot of control on the tri-balls as you're going through. Talk to me about the composition of it.
Of course. So motors right here, we zip tied it to the C channel. I believe this is a green motor. This is chained to this little sprocket here, which is chained all the way straight over here. We have a couple of tensioners down here as well to tension this when it comes up to the goal to score it. When it goes, I mean, we can run it right now if you want. When we push the ball to, in the goal, it should. We used to have sleds, we don't anymore, but it'll usually come up like this. But the chain won't be loose because we have a couple of tensioners down here. And it does spin pretty fast. We have, I think, 4 rubber bands over here with mesh on top of it just to prevent it from entangling with other robots. And we have bracing, half C's over here. I mean, I think it's really secure, really good intake. I'll run it right now. Here's intake, here's the outtake. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now, so I did watch your last match, and I did see an interaction with the referee where you guys were possessing 2 tri-balls for a little bit. You're going into the playoffs. You're going to be a very high seed for that. What's your plan to mitigate that in the playoffs for you?
Yeah. So we were double possessing down the alley. So I mean, it's all I have to do is hold the outtake button when I go down the alley. That'll pretty much push all the tri-balls in my intake out. Just keep it all in front of me so I'm not double possessing. No DQs for me. Yeah, it's mainly going to be my strategy.
Well, looking forward to that as well, too. As we mentioned, speed is the name of the game with this robot. Deshaun, you're going to be talking about the slapper that you have on there. Talking about that, how quickly are you actually doing match loads? Because, man, it was super quick on the field.
Yeah, so basically our slapper here, we have a red motor chained to this gear, which is slipped. And so when it hooks, the slapper comes back, and then these rubber bands, when it's slipped, it pulls back and then releases. So now we can get all the match loads done for a match in about 20 seconds. So it's really fast. Usually we run it at 60% of its speed. At the start of the season we did 40, but now that we've become better at match loading, we've able to increase it to 60%. And then here we do have a lot of rubber bands that gives it the power the ball needs, and it hits using this rubber stopper, and we place the tri-balls here, it comes back and it hits the ball. So we can run that. So it's really, really fast.
You mentioned that you've increased that a little bit from your previous events. Have you done any other big major changes from your slapper looking at earlier this season?
Yeah. So when we first had it, it was so high, so we couldn't go under the barrier. So we really had to cut down the seat channels and bring it down. Additionally, when we increased the speed, we had to change the slip gear because it got caught in the teeth of the gear when it was getting released by the rubber bands. So we had to slip more and cut more teeth off so that it would be able to not catch, and then we could get all the loads over during a match.
Arnab, let's wrap up on this robot, talking about your side climb that you have. An interesting way that you're implementing this. Talk to me about how you came up with it, and watching last match, seems like it's working out great.
Yeah, so how we came up with it is that we found out that at the end of a match, you can balance on the middle beam in the center of the field to get an extra 20 points. We decided to use this hang to get those extra 20 points at the end of a match. So yeah, how this works is this piston right here retracts and basically, so the piston before retracting holds this in place, and then yeah, once it retracts, these rubber bands pull it back so that it moves into this position. At the end, with about 10 seconds left, we reverse and use this to hang on to the vertical beam, our colored vertical beam, and use it and balance on the middle bar.
Well, Rollin Robots, like I said, currently ranked number 2 as we're wrapping this up. Can't wait to see how you do in the playoffs here. So good luck here at Kalahari and, of course, for the rest of the season. Thanks for taking the time to tell us more about your team. This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you and also in partnership with the following. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit RECF.org and get connected. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Most live shows can be found on the First Updates Now YouTube channel, live competitions at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow, and join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow. Check our other social offerings on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.